Okay, you guys, this next segment I'm very excited for. If you're a girl with lots of natural curls, we got one right here, styling can sometimes be a challenge, to put it lightly. Between the products and tools, especially for curly hair, it can be confusing sometimes to know what to buy or how to style. So Jennifer Cahill is a stylist who specializes in curly hair, and she joins me this morning with the secrets to make your hair look extra special with those curls. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me here.
So excited to have you here. Real quick, I just feel like there's a lack of education about curls. I'm the only person in my family with curly hair, so my parents had no idea what to do. Do you see that a lot?
Oh yeah, the struggle is real. Even for me growing up, that's how it was. My mom had straight hair and it was just a struggle for me. So there's a lot of information out there, but you have to figure out what works for you and what doesn't.
I think that's so true, especially for curly hair. So this is interesting to me. You say the kind of desire, the business for curly hair got bigger during the pandemic. Why is that?
Well, more people were working from home and not having to blow out their hair, not styling it every day, so there was no heat damage to the hair. So they noticed their curls starting to come back more. I think you can relate to that. The less heat.
I very much can relate to that. I used to blow dry my hair straight every single day, and I'd wear it curly on the weekends because just that's how I liked it. And I noticed that curl started to go away, and I kind of panicked a little bit. So you have natural curls. You said you struggled with this too, just like I did growing up. And it's one reason you got into hair.
Yes, I wanted to be able to learn as much about hair for myself. That way I could share my knowledge with other curlies.
Okay, let's share that knowledge. So I remember growing up, the shampoo and conditioners that my girlfriends used, I couldn't use, they didn't do the same. There's so many products out there right now. What do we need to know?
Well, you need to know that what works for your other curly friend may not work for you.
That is so true.
Yes.
We are also, curls are so unique, they really are.
Yes, they are. So what works for me may not work for you. I have curly hair, but it's finer texture, whereas yours may be a little more coarse, needing a little more hydration.
Yes,
so,
it loves oil.
Yes.
So one of our models, we're talking about a wavy curl. Let's start here. What are the products that we use here, and what's kind of the application that you suggest?
So with wavier hair, we want to make sure we're using lightweight products. If we use anything super heavy, her curls are just going to weigh down, and she's not going to get that bounce that she wants. And also, what I would use on her, I'm going to use volumizing products for curly hair.
To give it that lift.
Yes, exactly. And there's not going to be a bunch of alcohol in it, so it's not going to dry her curls out. So whenever I'm styling a curly hair that's wavy, I would section her hair, and then we will apply section by section, and then I'll run it through with a wet brush. So we're going to section her hair here. And then I want a little bit more water in her hair. It started to dry out a little bit. So we don't want it soaking wet, but we do want to make sure her hair is pretty damp.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to run some of the I Create Volume from InnerSense. InnerSense is one of my favorite products for curly hair, all organic. And I think that's what a lot of people are using these days for curly hair. They don't want a bunch of chemicals, no sulfates, no parabens, anything like that. So we are going to run that product through her hair.
And you said this is a wet brush. What makes that different than any other brush that you would use?
A wet brush is really good at detangling. The bristles are flexible, so if they do hit a snag or a tangle, it's not going to rip that hair out. Yeah. Like normally, whenever you use a wide tooth comb, that tends to happen. So now that we ran that product through, you can see we are already getting a nice S shape. And then we'll come up and scrunch that product into the hair. And you can already see a difference. And
it's responding.
If we use the volumizing foam as well, she'll get more curl and more bounce out of that.
Okay,
so I would do this all over the head, and I would continue to section and work my way up the head.
And just take your time. Okay, I want to move on to this beautiful lady right here.
Yes.
I think we have very similar hair patterns. This is second day hair. For women with straight hair, they do dry shampoo. Curly girls, we don't really do that. What do you suggest?
You do not need dry shampoo whenever you have curly hair. So on Lorens over here, what I would do is I would re-wet her hair. I would section it as well, re-wet it just a little bit. And then we don't want to soak it too much, but I would just get a little bit of that, because water is hydration that the curly hair needs, correct? So I'm going to put a little bit of water in the hair, and I'm going to use a wave defining cream from Milbon. It's another really good line that I use for curly hair.
And
it has a lot of hydration.
Heavier than what you used for our wavy hair, right?
Yes, there's definitely going to be more hydration in this, and I can come through, work that product through, and then if I want to get all these little flyaways and frizzy hairs to kind of seal down,
I struggle with that.
finger coil.
There you go.
And start sealing that cuticle down.
And it's always
more.
at the top, up at the crown of the head. That's where I get the phrase on the second day.
This is where people see it, up here. So if you ever wake up the next day and you just define those curls around the hairline, that's all people see. So you're not having to do the whole head every morning.
This has been fantastic. I'm personally going to give you a call because we all need help on our curly hair journey. But if other people want to find you, how do they find you?
The salon's on Google, Instagram, Facebook, republichairco.com, or you can find us on Instagram, republic_hair_co.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
And
thank
thank you for bringing
you.
more curls to the world, and thank you for being here, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.